We have live team coverage on the return tonight across mid-Missouri as Governor Parson announced more cuts will need to be made in next year's budget. This as the University of Missouri is already preparing for major losses next year. ABC 17's Molly Stowanoga leads our team coverage live from Mizzou's campus. Molly, the worst case scenario would have the system losing out on $500 million.
Lucas, in today's meeting, the curators talked about 3 different scenarios for when students return next fall. Now, even in all of those, the budget will be impacted.
I'm reminded of what he said last week, which is the scope and speed of this downturn is without modern precedent, and it's significantly worsening recession we've seen since World War II.
The 3 scenarios are as follows. Virus contained. That would mean all in-person classes next school year. This is the best case scenario and would still expect $60 million in revenue drops. Regional resurgence. At least one semester would be disrupted by the outbreak. This is the most likely and would see $250 million in losses. Finally, the worst, pandemic escalation, everything all online. This would see $500 million in losses.
I think our best case scenario is probably what I would say is probably the most unlikely of the 3 that we went through today.
The chief financial officer said to plan for these drops in funds, they will need to continue making cuts.
My recommendation would be that this will take a working group to revisit not only this work, but really drive the execution around reducing administrative costs to be redirected towards the mission of the university.
Now, leaders said that working group will hopefully be formed by the end of this week. Coming up at 6, I'll give you a deeper look into what the next fall will look like for students and staff. Reporting live from Columbia, Molly Stowanoga, ABC 17 News.
All right, Molly, thank you. Each campus also must have plans for 12.5% budget cuts ready for the board by June 7th.